Okay, so we've been given the task of creating a 3 foot by 6 foot array on a geoboard. The geoboard is a bunch of pegs with rubber bands, and you use the rubber bands to create whatever shape or design you need. So we're making a 3 by 6 foot array. I'm going to click on the rubber band and I begin by hanging it or hooking it to one of the pegs or one of the points. Notice it gives me 1 unit or 1 line segment. If I wanted to be able to see all of my units, I can click on the grid and that opens up or shows the grid for the geoboard. So now I can really see that I have 1 unit. Each unit is from point to point, or these in-between sections. Those are your units. So if I click on this point and drag down, I can see that I have 1, 2, 3 units. I want to break my 3 foot by 6 foot array apart. So if I click between the points, that allows me to pull on the rubber band like you would a regular rubber band. And let's go ahead and pull it over to 2 units. In the middle of the rubber band, pull it down, and I hook it to that next peg to create my rectangle. And I want to be able to shade in that rectangle so I can see the difference. So if I click on the triangles, you see one shaded, one non-shaded. That allows me to shade in that area. The pencil helps me to write the units or the dimensions. So click on the pencil, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 feet across. So I'll label this side 3 feet, and this will help me to write my equation later and my columns. So I count rows, then columns. I have 3 feet and 2 columns, so that would be 2 feet. But remember, I need a 3 by 6 array. So far I have 2 feet, so now I need 4 more feet to make 6. So I'm going to change the color of my rubber band. I'll go purple this time. Click and drag the rubber band. I want to hook it right where my last array ended. I'm going to click in the middle of that purple rubber band, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4 units. I'll go ahead and drag the rubber band over and down to complete my rectangle. And I'm going to shade that in by clicking on the triangle. So now I see where my 3 feet by 6 feet array has now become a 3 by 2 array plus a 3, remember I do rows first, a 3 by 4 array. So let me label, make sure I have that clicked. I know that my column, I have 4 columns going down, so that'll be 4, not a bad 4 feet. Okay. So again, it's not the greatest writing tool. I'm putting a period since that's an abbreviation. And I know I have 3 rows or 3 feet going across. Okay? So now I can see the different sections of how I broke my 3 foot by 6 foot array. So if I were to write an equation, I'd first name the first rectangle, which is 3 feet. Remember, we do rows and then columns, times 2 feet. That's what my first array shows. And to separate it from my second array, I put parentheses around it. So I know that I have a 3 foot by 2 foot array plus, I'm going to add together this red rectangle with the purple rectangle. Rows first, so 3 feet. We say times, or we can say by. The common term is by. So 3 feet by 4 feet is what my second array is. And so let's put parentheses around that to separate the two to show that's one array right there. And that's my second. If I multiply, 3 times 2 is 6. So my first array has an area of 6 feet plus 3 times 4 is 12, which means my second array has an area of 12 feet. And when I add them together, 6 plus 12 is 18. So the total area is 18 feet. And if you think about it, if I kept 3 by 6, 3 times 6 is 18, so that equals the same amount.